What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Naruto Online. So a couple of people actually asked me to make a introduction video to like the 6.0 features and whatnot, like all the new features that are going to come out and what have come out so far. So let's just kind of jump into it. I'm going to keep it fairly brief, so like you don't have to stay for a very long time to get all this info. So first things are, there's a bunch of new ninjas coming out. So one of them that have already came out is May. Not that May. Sorry, the May swimsuit. So she actually came out last week, I believe, and she's got a couple of interesting traits like removing barrier or activating a barrier that removes chakra gain, and then that's pretty much the most unique thing about her. Other things are pretty standard, but if you want to read them, they're up here. Other ninjas that have come out so far is Shin, Edo Tensei Shin. I don't have him personally yet, but he's kind of like a Anbu Kakashi with the hidden ability, or hidden buff that hides people, Anbu guys, yeah. So that's Shin, and then the last one that was just released this week was Tsunade Taisho period. So yeah, Tsunade Taisho period. I haven't actually seen where to get her yet. I don't think it is even possible to get her at this point, but I could just not have seen her in the events. But yeah, she's got like a full field healed and is pretty good. So you can check out her abilities here if you want. Alright, so next up we're going to move on to the ninjas that have not been released yet, but are planning to be released. I actually forgot a couple of them because they released a survey showing us some of the other ones that they were going to release, but I did not get a chance to actually screenshot that. But I do know that Swimsuit Ai was one of the ones that might be released, and I'll throw up his kit, but I don't have it with me right now. But some of the ones that they did announce on the forums were Sage Kabuto. So Sage Kabuto, we've actually seen him in the Water Nature training the other week, or another feature that came out 6.0. But here are his stats, or his abilities. He's got a really interesting ability where he can revive any ninja that has died. Because once a ninja dies, his standard changes to revive them for 10% of their life. It's a really cool ability. They also have a really nice chase, which is causes two enemies to become immobilized, and they got decent damage and have like the similar mystery explosive mode as Naruto 6 Paths. Next up, we got the new Obito Great Ninja, or not Obito, it's actually Madara. Madara Great Ninja War. He's got these decent abilities, but I personally don't like him that much. He's got like the Kamui that causes immobilize and removes buffs and shields, so that's pretty good. And also dodges all chases, but other than that, he's not too great personally. I mean, I personally don't find much interest in him. Next up, we got Taisho period, aka Kimono Itachi, who basically is the counter to Kakazu, who are skill broken Kakazu, but unfortunately we haven't really seen fortunately actually, we haven't seen skill broken Kakazus take over the servers here as they did in China, but he's basically got this really interesting mystery that increases the enemy's chakra by 10 per hit, but he also has a barrier that whenever a side has 50 chakra or more, they can't use standard effects. And Itachi is immune to his own barrier, which is a really interesting like mystery. We've never seen any kind of mystery like this before. But he's also got a decent standard, causes sleep to the first target in the line, which is nice. He's also got the immobilized chase, causes 2 enemies to be immobilized with 30 combo, and he's got dodges 2 mystery attacks every round, which is incredibly good. Like, not 1, but 2. And you can't even bait it with like standard attacks, so it's really good with that. And then furthermore, it even has a buff which increases all the ninjas in like a line by 30% ninjutsu. Next up, we also have Shisui Taisho / Kimono. which is interesting ninja, but I'm personally not a big fan of him. I prefer the regular Shisui, but he's got double flash strike for his mystery, cause interruption to 6 enemies, so a bit like Naruto 6 paths, but it doesn't cause a control effect actually, which I don't like about that. He's got the standard standard, which just causes repulse and ignition, kind of like the regular Shisui. His chase is a little bit better because it causes ignition now, and it also reduces his mystery cooldown by 1, so that could be pretty good. And then Kobo, which is kind of like Itachi Anbu's chase that causes ignition to 4 units. And he also has the... Oh, this is the unique thing about him. He's got Untangible. Every time he dodges a chase, and he has a high chance of doing it, increases his own ninjutsu by 12% and initiative by 0.5%, which is really, really unique. I don't think there's any other ninja out there that can scale their initiative. So that's a really, really cool ability that only is exclusive to Shisui. Next up, we have the pretty much game-breaking Naruto Ronin found in China right now, which basically his mystery is meh, causes damage to 7 units, tag knockdown, nothing too special right there. What's really special is his standard. The standard is actually labeled incorrectly as pure nin, it's actually pure tai. So what happens with his standard is every time he attacks, he hits 2 to 4 enemies, but not only that, whenever he attacks, he increases his own attack by 5%. So every time he's attacking, he's doing slowly 5% more damage. But not only does that increase his attack, his chase also increases his attack by 5% every time his chase is triggered, which can be self-triggered by his standard and his mystery. Not only that though, his Ronin Spirit passive gives him the ability to attack 2 times per round, and every time he kills an opponent, he gains another attack. And keep in mind, this ability can actually stack with Killer B, so you can essentially have up to 3 attacks per round, just purely from like the start. And then every time he kills a clone, a unit, ninja, he gains another attack, and it just does a lot of damage, and every time he hits you, he increases his standard by 5% more damage. So it's just like perpetuating cycle of pain. And then furthermore, he's also got a passive that's like Asuma Windblade, which just increases attack and ninjutsu for all the units in the field in the same row as long as they have full life. So, I mean, even more damage right there. And the last one that was announced was Ronin slash Kimono, I think, Sasuke. I think it was Kimono, I don't quite remember. But it basically is a slightly better... it's like Naruto Ronin, but it's a little bit different and not as game-breaking. His mystery causes paralysis, basic Chidori right there, but it does reduce super armor, or suppress super armor, and it decreases defense by 8%, and it's stackable, so that's pretty nice. His standard is pretty, like, meh, just attacks unit with least life, kind of like the Lightning Maiden's standard, 3rd standard I think. Running Strike causes knockdown, lightning damage, and low float, nothing special there. His passive is kind of like Naruto Ronin's, which is just gives him an extra attack for every round, and it also removes a debuff though, and it also gives what's it called? It gives another sword bearer also an extra attack, so that's nice. And he also has Susanoo, so super armor, and he's got the chakra thing, kind of like Kakuzu's Skill Broken, that increases his attack, defense, and ninjutsu by 2% every chakra he has over 50, so essentially gives him a 100% more defense, attack, and ninjutsu whenever you have 100 chakra. And yeah, that's pretty much all the ninjas that are gonna be, at least officially have been announced that will be released. There's a couple more, but I just don't remember them right now. Okay, that section actually took a little bit longer than I expected, but we're gonna actually get onto the features now. So features, we had the Naruto training, not Naruto, nature training last week. I might just throw up a little image of it. So last week we had the water, earth, and lightning one. If you guys want to see more of that, I'll link a video in the description below where you can see me doing the lightning one. But there's basically that, but for all 5 elements, and they kind of rotate around. We also have nature training that's going to be coming soon, I believe, where each main is going to have this little nature training button right here. I'll throw a little image in front of my guy demonstrating what it kind of looks like. And pretty much this nature training is a thing that allows mains to unlock these cultivation courses, and each cultivation course has like different abilities, and eventually what it allows you to do is upgrade your mysteries and also your talents. So like earth, I'm actually not sure what earth combines with. I know wind main combines with fire, so they get like a fire Rasengan. Lightning combines with actually I don't quite remember lightning or earth. I know fire combines with earth though, so you get like slowness, I think. And then water main combines with lightning, and their shark bomb jutsu I know causes paralysis. And there's a bunch of them. I think I'll just throw them all up like on the screen right here, so you guys can pause the screen and check them out if you want. But yeah, that's pretty much the nature cultivation, and it's gonna be really, really cool. I don't have too much information on it, but that's what it's like. And probably the last thing that they added is the fair battle mode, which they haven't quite explained it too much, but basically there's gonna be another world map here, and I guess it'll be like a separate one that you can go, and there's just gonna be like fun battles there. Not too sure how that works. That could also be this feature that they added, but I don't quite know if it is yet. I would have to confirm it. But that's probably all of the new features that they officially announced. There might be more in the future, but we shall see. So going on to like the actual powering systems that they might change, or that they will change, is the treasure tools. They're going to be increasing the cap from treasure tools from 75 all the way up to 100, and the traits, where is it? These traits are going to be capped at 25 now. I'm not sure what they currently are capped at. I think it's like 20, but they're going to go up to 25, which will allow us to get more power. We're going to get some new assist cards in Ninja Assist, I believe. Yeah, down here we're going to get 10-10, Hanzo, and Hidan. I believe they correspond to crit, so they increase your crit and injury for at least 10-10 and Hanzo. I don't recall what Hidan buffed, but I'll throw them up here if I can find them. We also got a bunch of new assist links that are going to be coming out. Hiruzen Edo Tensei, Minato Edo Tensei, and these are just for things like Kurama's getting a bond mystery, Minato Edo Tensei is getting a bond mystery, and yeah. So those are sort of the other things that are coming out for Ninja Assist. They are also going to add a Ninja Exam update, which probably is going to increase the thing up to like 320, since they mentioned that they're going to be increasing equipment rank by another level, so probably means another scroll that's going to be coming out. Lastly, for powering up, they're going to have some new breakthroughs in skill trials. The ones that they mention is Kushima Uzumaki, so Red Hot Kushina. Let me find her real quick. Yeah, this girl, her breakthroughs, I'll throw them up, but going just off my mind, I think her mystery increases the amount of units it hits to up to 4, and also increases damage by 30%. Attack also increases it by 30% and has a high chance of causing high float. Love Blow, I think it's also increasing damage. I don't quite remember that one. Rampant Desire, I know this one is the one that's going to be really good, and also the second passive, but the first passive I think increases ninjutsu by also 8%, or so every time she's hit, so that's a big increase. And then lastly, her second passive actually goes up to 20% of life is recovered based on ninjutsu attributes, which is a high. It's an 8% like increase, but it's really big, and it makes her very hard to kill. And that's gonna be Kushina's. I don't remember her skill trials, but I don't think they're that good. Yagura Edo Tensei is also getting some, which I believe he's just getting some damage increases. I don't quite remember them off the top of my head, but they'll be up. Naruto Sage Mode is another one. Where's he at? Naruto Sage Mode. Yep. Oh yeah, for those of wondering, you probably are going to need 4-star versions of these guys to skill break them. Kushina definitely needs 4-star for sure, since she's the only one I've really looked into. Windblade Asuma is also getting skill trials and breakthroughs. And there's going to be some more, but those are the ones that they mentioned for now. But that's pretty much all the interesting features. Some like just side features is, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, level 13 refines and level 14 refines. A highly controversial thing that they had originally announced but is delayed, and there's still a possibility that they may release them. But just so you guys are like up to date, is they were thinking about increasing the cap for refines from 10. So right now this is the cap, refinement level 10, all the way up to 13 with using these new refines called epic refine runes, which they didn't really specify how much they cost, but I think on general they increase each one of your stats by 245 per level, but they were stupidly expensive, and no one wanted them because they would increase the power gap from free to play and like low spenders compared to like the high spenders. Like the gap would expand insane to immeasurable amounts, and it would be really hard to come back from that. And in addition to that, they also were talking about level 14 rune stones from the current level 12 cap, which would also further increase that disparity. Yeah, but I just wanted to throw that in there. But currently, it's not looking like they're going to be releasing it anytime soon, so that's good. So lastly, we're just going to move on to some of the more trivial things that may come out. These things are like, there's supposedly a new private chat system, but I haven't seen it yet. They kind of messed that up whenever 6.0 came out. A issue or another feature that was announced is when you're plundered, instead of the, like, if you had an assist helping you, instead of them fighting first, you actually fight first and then they fight after you. So just minor changes. Group convoys can't be abandoned now. It's just there's some UI like improvements, like this thing kind of like scooched back a little bit. I think they cleaned up the side UIs a little bit. You got these new buttons here which show you if you have power of fire or power sun and power of moon. Kind of in addition to that, they also have this double fire thing here, which I'm not too sure why there's two of, but yeah. They also had the pretty nice equipment button here, so now you can change your equipment on this screen. And they also added a remove all button for Magatama, so you can just like remove all and quickly beset them without having to take them all off. So yeah, those are those things. And probably the very last few things is just some changes for ninja skills. So Hashirama actually had his his skill breakthrough, his +1 changed to a prompt skill, and Datara's Edo Tensei's skills actually got nerfed. I'll throw them up on here because it's a very long thing to read. So and another thing that they didn't even mention was Ino Summer actually got nerfed, in that her, let me just show it here, it's a little easier to show. Ino Summer, her passive used to be whenever 5 attacks are made on your team, she would increase the entire team's resistance and defense by 100%, but now it's only for a single ninja. So they reduced the amount of attacks down to 3, but whenever a ninja is attacked 3 times, it increases that ninja's defensive resistance by 100. Not the entire team's, but only that one by 100%, and can only be triggered once per round. So that means only one ninja is going to be buffed, and that really reduces her like defensive ability. Because combined with Itachi, Edo Tensei, that was a really good like defense buff. But anyways, guys, I do hope you enjoyed this video. It was a little bit long. I did not intend it to be this long. There's a bit more features than I had thought, mainly the ninjas. But I hope you enjoyed. Hope you found this video informative. If you guys want to like see all these for yourself, I'm gonna include a link in the description with the forum post in it, so you guys can check it out there as well. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.